Well, hello, Morency. So today we're going to look at some more LED lights, specifically with the idea of hanging these from ceilings this time. And we're going to make these probably out of cardboard and paper. We might also look at a few lanterns, which you can make out of steel. So let's begin. So these are LED lights. And let's start by drawing just a little cord hanging down from the ceiling. And let's do a globe light, I think. So a globe light this is a really big globe light, or a really big drawing of a globe light. A globe light is basically what it sounds like. It's a globe made out of cardboard and paper. And so what I'm thinking to do this type of thing would be several sheets. Hopefully they could all be made out of this, made identical. And they would look like circles. So let's go and draw this. With notches cut into them. That would allow other circles with the same notches to cut into them to sort of slot together. So they would look something like this. And they would be able to slot together and hold each other up. And then you'd be able to cover them with paper. So labels here, paper. And this is cardboard. And we probably have vertical ones here. And at the top of the vertical ones, let's go and bring this over here. We would probably need some sort of deal at the top of them to capture the cord coming in. So we'd probably want like one more of these coming off here for a disc with a hole in the center. Or we could probably suspend the whole thing from these horizontals, in which case if we had the horizontal, we could again have the sort of slots in them like this, and then a hole. And we could create a cardboard washer or something to hold the lights and the cord coming through. So this would come down here to like a cardboard washer. And then the lights would sort of be run all the way around here. So we do LED lights. It'd be battery powered. Again, the idea is that this is sort of a prom light idea. So you put it up, it's light enough that it can be suspended from acoustic tiling, and the LEDs, yeah, they only last for maybe a couple of hours, but that's okay because prom is only a couple of hours. So that would be an idea. You could do this in different options. So again, we could do barrel light ideas hanging from the ceiling again. So we could do this type of thing. You could do squares. You could do all sorts of interesting shapes. This is sort of vertically aligned. You could also maybe horizontally align them. So instead of doing something like this, you might be able to come up with something that's a bit more horizontally aligned. So you have cardboard running this way and this way, and then have a sheet of paper running between it and sort of cables coming off of this to sort of support the whole thing. That type of thing would work. Let's see, what would be a few other good ideas that we could run here? I think this sheet is pretty well shot through. Let's go and look at a few lanterns, just for the fun of it. So on our tables, we could run lanterns, and a really basic one would be a square with like sheet metal, and then pieces of angle iron could be set up here like this at the four corners of this arrangement. So we have that, and then probably have some sort of angle iron running down here, just to provide it with that nice solid looking base, and maybe something up here. So we have a cube made out of angle iron with maybe a top on it, and then on here we would glue either on the inside, yeah, probably on the inside really, some rice paper or just some standard paper to create opaque windows. And again, we'd put lights on the inside. Maybe we wouldn't even bother putting a lid on the bottom. We would just set that down over the light and it would shine out through that. That'd be an idea. So let's begin with the labels. Sheet steel. And then LED. So this would be an LED light cube. And then we could make this whole thing from angle iron. It'd be a really good welding project, actually. So you could do something like that. We could do triangles. We could do a pretty cool looking prism light. That would be slick. So instead of doing a cube, we could do a prism light. This would require you to take the angle iron and bend it in slightly. So instead of doing a nice 90, we'd just sort of smash the edges in a bit using maybe the anvil and a forge. That would do it. So we'd have straight angle or a standard angle. For the tops here. And then down here we would have the same thing. And then here we could go ahead and go with sort of a smashed angle. So this would be one way of doing it. We could also use just strap material. Which we would then weld along the seams. And again, a really good sort of welding project. And let's go ahead and show that there's an LED light strip here. So we'll demonstrate LEDs. So again, label everything. Okay, so we've got that. So a couple of different table lights. Again, very subdued. We could vary the amount of light by simply varying the amount of LEDs that we have hooked up to our supply. Wiring up this type of thing would be pretty easy. LEDs require 4 volts per LED, 4 volts per LED. So 3 LEDs is going to equal 12 volts. And we can get 12 volt power, 12 volt batteries, or create 12 volt batteries all day long. So that would be a good thing. We could just lay a couple of strips in there and create very low light. So again, just enough to sort of make talking at a table convenient and nice and enjoyable, and not enough that you'd actually like compete with the lights coming from the DJ. So yeah, I think we've got globe lights in the back, these sort of table cubes or table prisms for there. I think we've got a good set of LED lights. We're going to move on next to multi-stage silhouettes and probably some arches.